What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of our Pokemon TCG Pocket, and in today's episode, guys, we're going to be looking at how Arceus pairs with absolutely everything in the meta. So, we're going to be focused today specifically on Crobat and two-stage evolution bench sniping options for Arceus. So, the main one, though, is Crobat, and Crobat, you can look at Cunning Link. When connected to an Arceus EX, it does have the ability to do snipe 30 damage from the bench. Now, this is probably the one that you're going to see maybe the most often, maybe this and maybe Heatran, which is also right here. With Speed Link, as long as you have Arceus or Arceus EX in your party, in your bench there, it does have a 0 retreat cost. So this combination of cards is going to be very effective with the boss Arceus himself. So obviously Arceus is a late game cleaner and is going to be seen everywhere, right? Because we got 8 cards that all link with Arceus. And so what I'm going to do for this video is we are going to separate them into deck slots that all kind of work together, meaning we're going to be looking at this deck here today, which is Crobat focused, and with Heatran we're looking at this Crobat deck that also looks at Carnivine, and then this two-stage bench sniping deck that also looks at Arceus for Ninja. So let's go back to the first one here, because this is the one that is probably the most popular one of the 3 that I mentioned. Heatran is your ideal lead or alternate lead, you know what I mean? Like, you want to have it. It does 40 damage right away, and when it has damage on it, it does 80, and when you have Arceus on your bench, it has a free retreat cost. You have the genetic Apex Zubat and Golbat with the new Crobat. The reason that you're running the genetic Apex ones are because they're colorless energy. You can run fire energy with it, and it's perfectly fine. And then we do have a Tech Dawn that we can switch that energy off of our Crobat when we don't need it as an active anymore. And then we can put that energy onto Arceus or Heatran to let them get enabled a little bit faster. Arceus is your late game cleaner and basically ability enabler. It does do 100 and it does 70 and then 20 for each of your bench Pokemon. So you're looking at 110, 130 is kind of what you're looking at, generally speaking, for damage. So that's pretty consistent, and it's a basic. So we're running 2 Pokeballs, we're running 2 Professor's Research, we're running 2 Capes, we're running a Cyrus, a Sabrina, we're running a Leaf to fix our Arceus lead if we end up in one of those situations. And of course, we mentioned what the basic tech is with Dawn. With the Carnivine deck, Carnivine is your ideal lead in this situation. You don't really want Golbat as much, but it's okay if you do have it. The idea with Carnivine, though, is that you have Carnivine lead, Arceus that you can put from your onto your bench, and then Carnivine for 1 energy does 50 damage. This is pretty good early game. But late game, you really do rely on Arceus a little bit more, with Crobat really sniping the active Pokemon to help you out. This one also runs a Pokemon communication because it is a little bit more reliant on getting specific leads, where the fire version was a little bit more flexible with that. Rocky Helmet is also used to give Carnivine or Zubat a little bit of extra flexibility if they are end up as the leads. And then pretty much the same lineup, except this time we are running 2 Leafs because it is really important that we keep that Arceus out of the active slot. And then our third deck, and this one is one that I very much like a little bit more, although it's probably not as good legitimately, but basically we take the genetic Apex God of multicolored decks, and we slap them alongside Heatran and a Druddigon in a multicolored deck that does allow Druddigon to be an offensive threat. Now, normally, I've been a little off on Druddigon lately. I do feel that Kangaskhan has... I've kind of just appreciated Kangaskhan a little bit more recently, but to fall back with Druddigon, I actually have it in a multicolored deck that allows it to attack for 90, while still being your ideal lead. Now, we also run Heatran, which has just as much HP, and we are rocking one Rocky Helmet to kind of let it function as a free retreating Druddigon, while we have two Leafs that can correct a Druddigon lead when it's low health, or correct an Arceus lead when we don't want that. Greninja, because it is one water and one colorless, can use the fire energy to be a second offensive option, while also being a bench sniper that's a little bit more flexible than Crobat, because it can attack things on the bench and not just the active slot. So those are our 3 decks today. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comment section down below, if there's anything you would change about these decks. But yeah, we're gonna kind of hop into maybe a couple games of each, because we're gonna have 3 decks. I'm gonna try to actually cut these up a little bit more. So with that, let's get into the first game. All right, so for this first game, we are using the Crobat Heatran build, and let's see what we can do with this build today. So like I said, all 3 decks kind of function very similarly in the fact that you have your frontline attackers, your bench snipers, and then Arceus as a late game cleaner. That's how all 3 of those decks function. So yeah, so we're just gonna see how it goes. Obviously, this is a new meta. Not everyone has all the cards just yet, but I figured having the video in this style where you guys could see 3 different versions of, hey, this is what you compare with Crobat, was a little bit better than me making like 15 videos on very niche specific ways to run Arceus. It just felt like that was the more correct play to do. We're gonna get a quick go into Golbat here, it looks like, and I'm gonna Pokeball here just to get the last one out. We do get Heatran, which is nice, so we're not going to be able to do anything, so I'm actually going to just hold off on this Heatran for right now. My opponent's going to get first energy. This Veneer is going to be able to evolve into Lopunny and do 20 damage to our bench whenever it wants to. And then, of course, Luxray is going to be able to do 120 to whatever we want. So we're going to be in a little bit of a tough spot. This one's a little rough. But hopefully we'll be able to come through. We just need to get our Pokemon online fast. That's really the big thing. Splash here is going to do a little bit if they even commit to it. Okay, yeah, they are. So 10 damage here. Which is not too worrying just yet. We actually get our second Heatran. I'm going to play Golbat here. We're going to get the 1 energy onto Golbat. We're going to Professor's Research. I don't need to worry about anything else just yet. So we're just going to hit for 40 here. And my opponent's kind of on the back foot, but honestly, they can get a Lopunny really quick, and they'll be in pretty good shape. If they switch here, they'll be able to hide potentially and do no damage, but I'm going to probably Sabrina, if that is the case. Yeah, you're going to do 20. This only works on your benched Pokemon, so I'm good with that. We're going to protect all of our assets on the bench. I probably need to play something right now. Oh, it does hit whatever you want. Oh, no, it says 20 plus 20. Okay. So we get Crobat here. So Crobat is perfectly fine here. We're also going to get this. I am going to put the energy onto Heatran, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Sabrina here right now. We'll save a Cyrus for when we actually need it. I can hit this Veneer pretty quickly. Put this on the bench. And then we'll do this for 30. And then what I think we're going to do is we're going to retreat out into this Heatran. The Heatran will have to take the damage. And then let's actually just throw... We can actually save the cape for right now, and we'll wrap that up. So, if we get a Dawn, we'll be able to enable Arceus later. I actually want them attacking me though, so I can actually do something with this Heatran. Both Heatran I have 2 Heatrans, right? So I can set one up from the bench without really committing fully. It seems like they're having a hard time getting Luxray online though, and that's sort of kind of the thing that sucks the most about this, is that they're actually getting set up pretty slowly, and it's still early, right? But you don't have energy acceleration in this deck, and that's sort of kind of the one downfall right now. Okay, so 2 energy here, they're gonna be able to... Yeah, they don't want to actually hit, so... Okay, another Zubat. I'm going to just enable this. Little Cunning here. And so that you can't knock out my active, I'm going to put Giant Cape onto Heatran. But we will pick up our first KO here. Yeah, we'll pick up our first KO here. So this makes it so they have to attack our Crobat if they want to pick up a KO. If they go for the Arceus, obviously that sucks. But I'll be able to potentially pull in Cyrus here. I'll be able to... Because what I'm going to want... Yeah, so there you go. So they're going to get the 3rd energy onto here. They'll do 120 to either Crobat or to Arceus. Yeah, they're going to hit the Crobat, which is fine. The nice part about that is it's the 1-pointer. So it's not the end of the world. I do have a second Arceus as well. But I'm going to start setting up... Kind of don't have a choice. I'm going to start setting up this. And I am going to... I'm going to pull you up. And hit you for this. This does put it in range that they can knock out... If they have Volkner, they won the game. That's the unfortunate part about this one. Did they get Volkner? They did not get Volkner. Oh, maybe they did. No, they probably did. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cape this Arceus so that we are good to go. Okay, we'll do this. And then I do have 3 basic Pokemon in my hand to enable the Arceus next turn. And you won't be able to knock me out. So this, I think, secured game. Because even if you have Volkner here, it's fine. And if you don't, well, now I'm doing 80 to you. Yep, that's totally fine. 2 energy here. You're only going to be able to do 120. And I can hit you for 130. So that's a good first game, honestly. That really showcased what this deck can do. This one's actually a tight one. Luxray is very scary. Rocky Helmet as well. Yep. Oh, you're actually gonna make this a tie. Actually, that's actually what this game does. That's crazy. That is crazy, actually. So we're gonna pop this Arceus down. I think the person who attacks gets to go first, right? Like, I don't think it works out the other way. I'm assuming it doesn't work out that way. I would really hope, but I will take... I think it's W. I do think that we pick up the KO. It's a W for us, right? Yeah. It might be considered a tie, but that's awesome either way. Yeah, we get the victory. Perfect. Okay, so nice GG game 1 here. Very, very tricky with that one, but yeah, apparently you do actually get the victory if you do get to pick up the KO, so that's good to know for anyone who didn't know that. But when they do switch to ranked, that's actually an important thing to note, that if you are the one who does the damage, you get the victory out of this. So let's hop into the second game. We're actually gonna use the Carnivine one for next game, so I'll see you there in a minute. All right, so we have a Carnivine game here. Let's see what we can do. This Carnivine deck is a little bit more focused on getting the proper lead, so hopefully we get a good start here. We're going up against Fighting, which actually might potentially give us an advantage right away. And we're actually going second, so we also get first energy. Double Druddigon lead. Ooh! Oh, okay. So double Druddigon lead is a little painful, not gonna lie. But we do two-shot it. So hopefully we can get something here. And they're actually going Rocky Helmet as a lead too. Yikes. Yikes. So that actually kind of makes me low-key want to just slow play this. Because if they're not going to fast play it, I'm not going to fast play it. So, I have a fast line to Crobat with an Arceus in hand. I can just start doing what I want to do here. So, because of that, we're going to go to Golbat. I am going to put... I'm actually also going to put this down. And then start actually committing the energy properly. And my opponent still can't do anything, so we're just going to do this. And it looks like they're kind of stuck, and I don't feel bad about this at all. We're just going to keep going here. First Crobat online. We may as well even get a second Crobat if we can get a Zubat here. We don't get it, which is fine. I will start setting up this Arceus. We're just going to Cunning Link do this. I don't even want to attack this first one, so we're just going to end it. We're not even going to entertain this. Second Rocky Helmet, so you're just going to try to slow play it. But yeah, the problem with this is that it doesn't really matter what you do. I can Sabrina to the other one. It really doesn't matter at all. But I'm not even gonna entertain this. Not even entertaining it. So we're just gonna slow play it. I am fine slow playing a W. So they're gonna Pokeball for something else. Yeah, you need something else. And they're going up to Garchomp. So Garchomp is interesting here. Gonna be able to attack 50. Yeah, to be able to attack for 50. So the one thing about this is it's just so passive, right? Like, I'll put the second energy on this so I can switch when I need to. We'll Cunning Link here. And honestly, I'm not doing the damage to Carnivine, so it's fine. The thing is, Carnivine's also going to be needed here. Yeah, you're going to Communication. You're probably looking for your Garchomp now. What I would like to do, though, is I probably should actually put Carnivine in the bench and put Crobat in the active. That's actually what I should be doing. So let's switch that out when we can. Putting the second Druddigon in. I'm actually thinking that we can really start being a little cheeky here with this. So we'll do this. We really don't even need the energy, to be 100% honest with you, but it's fine. We are going to Cyrus you back up so that I do get this. And then I get my first KO so that we only have to take care of Garchomp. We'll be able to do 50, which will do 70, and then Arceus will be able to kill it from there. So yeah, you want to put that out. It means you have Garchomp, which is fine to me. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I think we're fine to just leave that. If you don't get Garchomp, I am switching into Arceus and KOing you. Okay. So, most likely here, I actually should have put the Rocky Helmet onto... I should have put Rocky Helmet onto this, actually, because this does KO. But that's okay. I should have put Rocky Helmet on. That's my fault. You're actually going for the linear attack onto this. I think that's a mistake, honestly. I do think that's a mistake. We'll Cunning Link this. We'll free retreat to this. I am one turn away from really being able to punish and enable this. And now at this point, I do stop everything. You won't be able to KO me before I KO your Garchomp. So I think we're good here. I think we're good. Because I'm going to get a second Crobat, and then I'm doing 60 damage, and that also stops a Gibble. Okay. It's fine. I actually think what I should do... Let's go get the second Arceus out of this deck. Yep. We will just enable this. We have a second Crobat to enable. I'm going to Sabrina here because I don't want to deal with the Druddigon. And we'll put you in a position where, yeah, just concede. That's GG. So that is a... We had to slow play that one, but it definitely worked out in our favor. Druddigon, when you don't have the tools onto it, with two bench snipers, it's really hard to get through. So, yeah, a good second game here. Crobat was definitely the MVP. Let's hop into that third game with Greninja and Druddigon. All right, so game... How is that name allowed? How is that name allowed? All right. Don't know how that's allowed. Pokemon, flag this man. But anyways, we're going second with a Heatran lead, so that's fine. Going up against a Manaphy deck. So we have first energy advantage, which is perfect, so that we can actually attack this Manaphy for 40. Pull it back if we need to. We'll actually maybe stop it entirely from being able to put any energy on anybody, which is kind of cool. Oh no, it'll put one energy on at least one person. That's but this Heatran... Oh no, I'm gonna be slow on this. I was thinking I could attack right away. It's actually enabling Snorlax. So this is gonna be enabling a 2 energy Snorlax, is what it looks like. I have no idea why Arceus is attached to that, but I guess it gives you a full bench. So I guess it'll be interesting. Snorlax hits pretty hard. Okay, there's a cape. What's the best way to go about this? Get a Frogadier. If I can get Froakie here, I might actually be able to do something quickly here. We get Fire Energy right away, so perfect. Put this Fire Energy onto this. I could Leaf and put my opponent in a bit of an awkward spot. And I think I'm gonna... That's a mistake. That's a hard mistake early. That's hilarious. I don't know why I thought all of a sudden that Leaf was... Why did I think that... What was I even thinking? Brain is gone. Brain is gone. Anyways, you can make mistakes and still be fine. I thought Leaf was Sabrina for a second. That must have been what I thought it was, because that is a little wild. Okay, so we're gonna end our turn here. Unfortunately, because we didn't get the Fire Energy, Heatran is not enabled, but we'll be able to enable Greninja quickly, which will at least give us something quick. Painful. Painful, 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 painful. Yeah, so we're gonna enable everybody, and I also just lost the leaf for no reason, so that's okay. That's okay. Okay, water energy here. We're just continuing to get water energy. I'm gonna play a second Froakie. We'll set up this Greninja so we can actually do something. And let's water Shuriken. We're gonna water Shuriken. I could have actually used the leaf now, actually. So what are we gonna do? Arceus feels like the free one, so we'll go for that. And I definitely don't want to be just letting this Arceus come in for free, so I'm gonna make you at least switch your Manaphy out. But holy, I could have knocked out this. Manaphy right now, and I just didn't. Okay, so you must have the Snorlax, or you must have Berry, so you can now do 100. You'll be asleep. And I know that people are playing this one because even though you fall asleep, the odds are still in your favor of waking up. Overrunning the less damage one. Okay, so I just need a fire energy and I can potentially do something. Without the fire energy though, I am in a little bit of trouble. There's a Druddigon. Burn this. 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 Okay. And then from here, we'll end our turn. I'll make you use both berries right now. I guess that's sort of kind of the plan. I'm gonna have 40, that's fine. Super annoying. Okay, you might not be able to attack next turn, which is perfect. Okay, so we can knock out a Snorlax next turn. We can knock out Snorlax next turn. Okay, you're actually gonna go to Arceus. Okay, so 130 here. I would like to potentially target something here. What do I want to go after? I have Arceus of my own now. I think pull you up. Have Arceus of my own. Start using water energy. Water Shuriken this. And Mist Splash this. Now, it forces you to have Berry. It forces you to have Berry, and I do knock you out next turn. If I get lucky. Yeah, top deck. They had to have top decked that because they wouldn't have switched out last turn doing that. Okay, so 100 damage here, but we do force a top deck, which is kind of nice from that perspective. I'm going to slow play it. They might also carry Dawns as well, just to kind of make sure. Let's do this. My opponent concedes. Okay, so we did pick up a W here. Yeah. So good game to my opponent. Pokemon gotta fix that name of theirs, but we did pick up a W here. Greninja came in clutch. Yeah. So that is how you use all 3 decks today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys next.